Hello and welcome, Sagittarians. Thank you for joining me, gorgeous Sagittarians, for your November Zodiac Wheel reading. Happy birthday to all the Sagittarians out watching me. Thank you for having me. Okay, so keep going and invite guides and angels and divine spirit to join us in this reading for Sagittarius for their highest good and for the good of all concerned. Share what messages you have with us. Okay, I'll stop there. Okay, so what was the first card over? Was the Eight of Swords there. And yes, the Eight of Swords is always a little bit confronting, because it does represent clearly that there is some restrictions. Now, you may be finding these as some sort of physical restrictions, or something's holding you up from going in the direction that you're wanting to go in, because it is in the area of your physicality house and how you present to the world and how the world sees you. So you are feeling like there's something that is standing in your way. Okay, unfortunately. And unfortunately, it is often due to other people's actions or something outside of your control. So it could be something that you're not happy with in your business life. You may feel a bit trapped there, or it may be in your personal life too. Now here we have the Six of Swords, which is actually a good sign, because ultimately it does represent that these difficulties, you will surpass them, so that this is only a temporary hold-up that you're in at the moment. But the Six of Swords also represents some sort of secret that could be revealed, or there may be a secret affair that you're involved with, not necessarily in a cheating way, just something that you've been keeping to yourself and you haven't really brought out into the open yet, I feel, with that. And this is letting you know there is a return to action, and that's in the area of your communication, your early learning, what you learn and how you use it. Also, neighbourhoods, mental activity, transportation. So this is letting you know that you will be hitting the metal to the pedal, pedal to the metal, the metal to the pedal. You know what I mean. Mercury retrograde. Okay, so yeah, that's looking like you know, you're going to be really actively communicating your thoughts, your feelings, gathering information as well. Three of Wands reversed. Now this is letting you know that there is some competition, and even though you're eager and you're wanting to get the action going, there is something here that's suggesting of taking things slowly. And this is in the area of your home and family, property, real estate. So there's something that, you know, may have some delays, reasons for hold-ups. But I don't feel that it's you're certainly going to be communicating about it and keeping informed. Ace of Swords. Here to do with your area of your entertainment, the fun house, children, and matters of the heart as well. Matters of the heart seem to be really standing out here. I feel that there's an element with all these swords as well. This is speaking of some sort of attraction, and so is this one here. Now I just feel you may be a little bit not dubious, just wary or careful, and there's nothing wrong with that, because you know you don't really want to be confused or misled or anything like that. And you have, if you're embarking on a new relationship, then it's showing that there's no commitment there yet. It's just, as I said, I think going easily with it. The Ace of Cups. Lovely. This is connected to your work and work colleagues. And it's like, you know, should I stay or should I go? Your head wants to move, but your heart wants to stay. So again, it's also got a message of there's lack of commitment there. So you're wanting a sense of being able to be free, but you're also interested in pursuing something with someone. Those of you that are single. Now, for those of you in a relationship, I feel that this is also a similar message, though it's you working it out with your long-term partner. And I don't feel that it's about not being committed in the relationship, it's just giving each other a little bit more of their own time or their own space. And probably due to being, you know, pretty much cooped up a lot more than usual, so needing that little bit of space around anyway. Now here in your partnerships there's some good news, especially for business partnerships with the Page of Pentacles there, because that's news of prosperity and news that is in your favour. So now, if it is personal relationships, this is also about your integrity and self-care and something happening suddenly. So there could be some sudden developments in partnership areas, just when you sort of thought that things were on hold. Knight of Wands is about change and adventure and movement. Could even indicate for those of you looking for a new place, whether it's rental or buying property, that you could be moving residence and dealing with others, with joint finances, also some movement to do with and changes with government things as well. I'm getting through that. Two of Cups. In your area of your goals and ambitions. And this is indicating that you, if there's been any conflict, that you are ready to sort of bring some balance back into the situation, because there seems to be some sort of misunderstanding. So you're not ready to sign on the dotted line here. So just being careful about, you know, fine, read over contracts and have a look at different things, but, you know, really do your research and make sure you're sure before you do anything, and maybe even get a second opinion. 10 of Swords is healing. This is about recovery. So if there's been difficulties in your career or your reputation or your social status, this is letting you know that there's a recovery there for you. And if you've been having any issues with your health due to work, compensation issues, work injuries, this is also a good sign that there's some healing taking place there. All is not lost. And this is in your friendship groups and your social groups. So, you know, the ones that really are meant to be with you and you're still meant to have in your life have been there for a long time. So you've never really been abandoned. It just feels that way. Okay, so turn to see that the cups are still full of promise. Also with your hopes and wishes, if you're coming from focusing too much on the loss, whatever the loss may be, then you will manifest more loss. So focus on the cups being full and what's still to come. And what you've got up your sleeve too. What tricks have you got in your bag? The Four of Cups is an offer. Even though it is something that you sort of don't really see as being what you actually want, but you can see here that he is, you know, really focusing on what he wants. He's spending time meditating on it, visualizing it, helping co-create it, and these are his ideas down here, and this is what's being offered to him. But be careful that you know what you actually want isn't right underneath your nose either, because you may miss the opportunity. And that's where, you know, we can self-sabotage ourselves with that sort of thing. So it's worthwhile to spend the time contemplating and thinking about it. This is in the area of the subconscious. It's also about what's hidden. It's what's not come out into the open yet. But it will, because it's something that you sort of just keeping to yourself and going at your own pace with. So that's good. That's always good. So I will just ask divine direction here with this Eight of Swords. What is the, you know, affirmation, or where is the focus meant to be for you, Saggies? And it says recharge. Please slow down. It's not selfish to take time out to look after yourself. So you need to just, you know, get that balance. Make sure you're not just burning the candle at both ends. The money may be great, but you know, it's not going to be any good without your health. Your health's always more important than money. Okay, so now we have the Sun in Sagittarius on the 21st of November. And as I said, happy birthday, Sun, to Sagittarians. So you're really going to be setting your goals, and you could be actually embracing a new philosophy or a new perspective. There's travelling around and really going into things wholeheartedly and authentically. Okay? It is also about your self-image, your freedom of expression, and that sun energy in Sagittarius, it likes the fire sign energy, so it will give you that inner glow as well. So I do like this being here for you. It's always nice around birthday time. You have your own personal new year. And Jupiter here in the area of your possessions and your self-esteem, your self-worth. So this is going to really give that a nice boost, because Jupiter's finally going direct. So there's a sense of enjoying some freedom. There's opportunities around you when it comes to your possessions and your earnings. It also has that uplifting effect of giving you a very optimistic and probably worthy of optimism too. Now you will be able to judge for yourself whether you're coming from the lower vibration frequency. If so, you may be over optimistic and extravagant and self-indulgent. Okay, so it's also representing the consumer society instead of a customer-based society. And consumerism is about shoving something down your throat when it's all said and done. Drinking, eating, that's consuming. And we've been labelled the consumer society. So that could be very tempting for you, and what it is that desire to buy more and more and get the newest thing and get the best gadget and all this sort of stuff. So just be careful, because it is what it is. It's just a way to, you know, sell things, and really we should be classed as customers and not as human beings just devouring everything that they put on the market. So just be aware of that, because this in the lower vibration, it gives you that sense of dissatisfaction with what you have, and if you're dissatisfied with what you've got, then that message is going out to the universe that it's not enough, it's not enough. So guess what the universe is going to hear? Not enough, not enough. So you won't get enough. So you need to just fine-tune that and lift that vibration into the positive aspects of Jupiter, and which is spirituality, which is giving thanks and being grateful for what you do have, looking after what you do have. Seeking adventure, okay, that kind of energy, finding the humour in things. Then we have Saturn. He's the rule maker. Saturn's the one that sort of is the wise old man. He's the father of time. So he's the one that will say, oh, I'm not quite sure yet, just wait a minute, hang on there, you know. So it's sort of, I feel too, it's also playing a part in why you sort of, these cards have shown up as there's sort of hold-ups and delays and contemplating what to do and what best way to go about things. It's, I think that Saturn influence there's got a lot to do with that. And Pluto, so Pluto is about man-made structures. It's issues of power and control. Pluto likes to get to the bottom of something and cut ties with anything that isn't working anymore. It rules the underworld and carries a very important human experience, which is life, death, sex, and issues of power and control. So that's also here in the area of fundamental changes, altering your perspective, the love and of money, and your investment in your time, how you're going to invest your time. So there is a bit of a need to get a bit of balance with that. Now here also on the 12th and 13th of November, Jupiter and Pluto are conjunct. Well, they're all conjunct actually, it's a stellium, and they've been off and on conjunct pretty much all year, ever since December last year. After November they start separating, and Saturn and Jupiter will be moving into Aquarius, so that'll be a sigh of relief for everybody, feeling things a little bit lighter, load lifted off us. So the 12th and 13th of November with this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, which is also called known as the Millionaire's conjunction. So it's also letting you know, importantly for a money house, that this is showing there will be a way financially. It is also known as the Star of Bethlehem. That's what they think the Star of Bethlehem was all those years ago, was Jupiter and Pluto conjunct. So 12th and 13th of November is a pretty special little time, I feel. So do let me know what happens for you around that time. You can leave a message in the comments there. I read all my messages. Now, next we have Neptune, and that is going direct on the 29th of November. Neptune in Pisces, finally going direct. So there's a sense of coming out of the fog and seeing things more clearly, finding the truth coming out. What is and isn't a conspiracy theory, you know, that'd be good. I do feel there will be a lot of conspiracies banged on the head, factually so, and others will prove to be right. So this is also a very good placement for musicians and artists to find their muse. You may feel too the relief of not being so drained, because Neptune in Pisces retrograde tends to have that feeling tired all the time, energy with it, and especially when you're working from that lower vibrational frequency, and it also, that lower vibration also brings difficulty in articulating your feelings. You could find yourself addicted to something and not being able to stop looking at it or stop doing it or whatever it is. So you know, that's all lower vibration frequency, and it is also I feel the way it sort of affects us when Neptune is in retrograde too, coming when we're feeling that low vibe. So the higher vibration is about sensing the divine in all things and getting a new perception on your reality and finding a creative pursuit which enables you to slow down and relax, something that requires your imagination. Alright, and this is also influencing here the area of home, family, land, your roots, your hometown, where you came from. And it's also to do with the past, something from your past coming to light as well, in a good way. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, so you know, Venus is the planet of love and beauty and all of that. Well, Neptune is that as well, except it's it's a higher vibrational frequency of it. It's also the card of the mystic and psychic being heightened, so you can trust your instincts as well, trust your intuition. And Mars here is in your 5th house, and Mars is going direct on the 14th of November. So there's a few important planets that are all going to be direct here in the end of November, and so there is a move forward. I know there's lots of places that are still in lockdown and there's still restrictions put on, but I do feel that you will be feeling able to get through it and use the time, okay? And keeping your physical fitness up and in good condition. Keeping your immune system strong. But it is a call to action. And it is with the area where is your entertainment, where you find your joy, matters of the heart, children, and your hobbies and activities. So there will be those of you that are putting a lot of effort into your hobbies. And your creative side of things. You could be using, because you could also be using this time if you need some sort of procedure done as well that to follow. There's some sort of procedure that you've got to put into gear, because this is putting things into action and it's coming from a creative mind. Now, here with Uranus, the planet of liberation and freedom and rebelling against the status quo. Sudden surprises, change, sudden events can even be a bit of a shock. This is all in your workhouse, your daily routines. So there's a bit of a shake-up in your daily routines. This is also with Uranus, it does govern computers and high-tech stuff, and could be a bit erratic situation going on with those. So if you need to do your maintenance on any of your techno gadgets. It also is the planet that rules electricity. So there could be trouble or surprises with electricity. And in retrograde, which it still is bringing your body to the forefront. So it is really about paying a lot of attention to your physical situation, how you are physically. So there is time here for you to spend on that and focus on that. Don't neglect your own well-being. Take this time to do that. And then here in the 7th house is the full moon in Gemini. And the full moon in Gemini also has a partial lunar eclipse on the 30th of November. Okay. Now, Gemini is about duality. It's always two things. It's always two ways, two different thoughts, two people, two opportunities, that kind of thing. They come in twos. And it's certainly been that I've been experiencing that very much so. So it's about your one-on-one relationships, it's about your business partnerships and relationships. It's all going to be illuminated here, and the high vibe frequency here for full moon Gemini partial eclipse is adaptability and flexibility and that natural instinct to speak up. But don't speak over the top of others. Be versatile. Gemini's phrase is, I think it. So you don't have to always be saying everything you think. So be flexible and versatile with that. It rules the lungs and the moon rules the breast. The lower frequency, if you need to be able to differentiate between what you're programming yourself to, so that you can lift out of that low frequency and take it up a notch. So the low vibe is feeling moody and restless, and just seeing things superficially. Okay, so we all need to knock it up a notch, and a good way to do that is through music and dance, meditation, you know, even reading poetry out loud, beautiful poetry, something like those sort of high vibrational frequencies. Now, Venus is here in your 11th house. Beautiful Venus, the planet of love, unity, beauty, is in Libra until the 15th of December. So you can use this frequency to really help manifest some of what you really are very attracted to, and attract that abundance that comes with the Venus energy. Okay, so high vibe frequency is about being harmonious and having harmonious friends or harmonious friendships, enjoying the refined things in life. So, you know, get that good glassware out, or get the good cutlery out, or if those objects that you keep for something good and you don't use them, now's the time to bring them out and use them and assist that high vibration frequency. Music and art, literature, all that sort of thing is also lifting you to high vibration frequency. And with the Neptune being the higher octave, music and that kind of thing works really well too. You'll know if you're being stuck in the low vibe frequency, because that will be a bit indecisive and slothful, and, you know, just really couldn't be bothered. So this is in the area of friendships and social groups also, and manifestation. So when you've got Venus in your 11th house, you can make your wishes come true. So be careful what you wish for. And Mercury is in the 12th house here until the 11th of November. Mercury will be going back into Libra from the 28th of October, so it will be in retrograde until the 11th of November in Scorpio. So there is a need between the 28th of October and the 11th of November to be speaking from a place of fairness and seeing things from a place of being fair. Okay? And being in that 12th house again, like you've got this showing you that you can get into that Zen energy. So there is also some messages coming through for you too. So don't discard the information that you receive from that. It may seem random, it might even just come through as a word, like through your you know, the voice that whispers to you, but jot it down if you've got time. Could be a key direction, because that is the area of self-sabotage and your subconscious, and you know, it's the psychic house as well, and Mercury's in there. So okay, so I'll just ask for your guardian angel card. Sagittarius, thank you. What have you got? Angel of grounding. Number 14. Oh, that looks like you're going to really be happy to spend some time on your own with some space around you and get into nature a bit. So I do feel that you're going to have a little bit of a rest and time out, Sagittarius. And not for bad reasons either. I mean, it may not be appropriate timing for it, but it looks like you can really grow out of this. So this is saying you are grounded and a spiritual being who is well balanced and serene. So that's your message. And the affirmation is, I am balanced and grounded, and acknowledge my angel of grounding will help me feel centered, at peace and connected to my higher self. So you will be staying connected to your higher self. So it's a bit of a confirmation there, because there's sort of similar message. And that is all about your conscious, subconscious, and getting in that yin energy. Oops. I'm dropping them everywhere here. Sorry. Okay. So for your confirmation Akashic record message for Sagittarians. Is the Archangel Michael. Lovely. So you've got the angels are really playing a role here in guiding you. So ask them for your help. Ask them to send you the information that you need to know. And I'll just... if you don't ask for help, they're not allowed to interfere as such. So you get much clearer guidance by actually allowing them to help you. So the Archangel Michael is a channel of divine power. He is seen here sharing his energy with two small children and bringing them great strength and support. He is about to pick up the boy, and he can help you lift your energy too. When you receive this card, know that your energy reflects Michael's amazing strength. This can be a cycle of increasing power for you, one where you feel your courage growing and you know what action is to take next. Trust your convictions, your power and your resourcefulness. Michael is heralding a time of great courage, force, intuitive and action, so do not delay. He is really there with you, so tap into the dynamo within you and take the action that compels you. With Michael and your own power, you can move mountains and lift yourself to the heights. Oh, wow. It's very beautiful. Look at his wings. That's just such a gorgeous sign there. And to tap into the Akashic force, close your eyes and sense Archangel Michael's approach. Begin to feel the force of your own courage and strength grow within you. Make you ready and ready to take action with confidence and peace. Feel the power that fills every part of you now. So thank you so much, Sagittarians, for joining here for November's Zodiac Wheel. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I read all your comments. If this is resonating with you, then please do flick me an email, and if you want to look into it more personal and at a deeper level, my email information is down there in the description, so you'll find that there. For those of you new to the channel, thank you so much. For everyone who has liked this video, please click the like button and share with all your friends. Until next time, Sagittarius, sending peace and love. Namaste.